By the end of 2024, the price of XRP might have gone through the roof and be anywhere from $1,750 to $2,900. You are about to take a big cash break. The claims made here are not only shocking, but they are also based on a major event: the beginning of an exchange-traded fund, ETF, for XRP. Think about this. The huge financial company BlackRock has already set up a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, ETF, that has done very well. It is now bringing its impressive track record to XRP. It is a big deal that BlackRock has entered the XRP market because almost all of the exchange-traded fund, ETF, plans they have filed have been approved. But there's more to it than that. BlackRock isn't the only company making changes in the business world. The most recent change to the game is adding Grayscale to the mix. They have not only suggested that an exchange-traded fund, ETF, be made for XRP, but they have also added it to their list of coins. The fact that this happened shows that XRP and Ripple Labs are becoming more important in the world of foreign transactions. Once more, you've reached the spot where you can find information about XRP. Let's do a quick catch-up before we get to the main part of today's post. Are you ready? Could you please help me out? There are 3 buttons you can click to join our great community: the like button, the follow button, and the bell button. Additionally, I'd like to let you know that we are about to give away a lot of XRP as we get closer to 60,000 users. There is a very easy way to enter the giveaway. Let's do these 3 easy things. Make sure you are ready and paying attention. If you want to be sure you are put into the giveaway, don't forget to post a code for the money side in the comments. Let's take a look at what's new in the exciting world of XRP right now. When you look more closely at the numbers, it's clear that BlackRock has a great track record when it comes to approving exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. Since BlackRock entered the cryptocurrency and Web 3.0 markets, there has been a big change in how traditional finance sees digital currencies. The best company in the world for managing assets is BlackRock. Their track record of accepting exchange-traded funds, ETFs, is almost perfect, which shows how well they know how to run the financial market. Remember that BlackRock has an amazing 99.8% acceptance rate for exchange-traded funds, or ETFs. This makes them the clear leader in the field of ETFs. It is important to look at the issue in a broad sense. Big banks like JP Morgan and BlackRock are not only interested in XRP, they have also been buying it. According to different reports, including a paper that has been released, all of these big companies have put more than 7.5% of their total value into XRP. A well-researched story that came out not too long ago said that BlackRock might be switching its entire attention from Bitcoin to XRP. This would be a big change in how they spend their money. People are becoming more interested in XRP, as shown by this move. This makes the idea of a BlackRock-backed exchange-traded fund, ETF, more possible than it has ever been. However, things are about to get even more interesting. There is now a new player in the story of XRP. It's very interesting that there is an XRP ETP. Although this ETP's existence is a big step towards the creation of an ETF, no one knows who made it. News sources say that the XRP ETP has been released, but it's still not out yet, so it doesn't bring anything to the table until it does. It's likely to be made public at any time now. It never ends. It's being talked about by some that an exchange-traded fund, ETF, for XRP could be released at the same time as the ETP. This information being released at the same time not only makes sense, but it also shows how quickly work is moving on the ETF. A Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, or ETF, could come out just a few weeks after the event. Putting this into perspective, Bitcoin went from being worth $0 to $43,000 before its exchange-traded fund launched. This means that XRP has a huge amount of potential. When the public can buy XRP's exchange-traded fund, ETF, its value could go through the roof and reach $1,650 or even $2,500. Listen up. Because this isn't as weird as it sounds. It will be possible to make an XRP ETF in a few weeks, since the XRP ETP is already out there for everyone to use. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that Fidelity, a well-known name in the financial world, has opened up the exchange-traded product for XRP to everyone. In other words, things are moving quickly towards the start of an XRP exchange-traded fund, or ETF. It is expected that the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States will give its approval soon. We even talked about a story that had just come out the day before. The information came from a report that was stolen from BlackRock. It said that an exchange-traded fund, ETF, for XRP might be coming soon. This story said that an application for an exchange-traded fund, ETF, for XRP was almost ready to be sent. There was more excitement in the air after a well-known BlackRock expert said something in public, that BlackRock is going to start an exchange-traded fund, ETF, that will only hold XRP. In a letter they sent to the ETF, they even talked about the iShares XRP Trust. For some reason, I wasn't sure about this at first, but after doing some study on my own, I found that it is on the online list of Delaware corporations. Now that this new event has happened, everything is different. It shows how close we are to seeing a big change in the market position of XRP, which might be even bigger than the changes we've seen with Bitcoin's ETF. A new study has shown that there has been a big change in the Bitcoin business. It's clear that big businesses are becoming interested. BlackRock and JP Morgan have both bought more than 7.5 million coin, which shows that they are serious about it. BlackRock not only has a lot of XRP, but they also use the XRP system to run their business. The most important thing is that they are going ahead with the public start of an XRP exchange-traded fund, or ETF. There is a very good chance that BlackRock will okay the XRP exchange-traded fund. They have almost always been good at doing this. It's hard to put into words how much the value of an XRP exchange-traded fund, ETF, changes. This is why a goal price of $9,831 for XRP, which might seem high at first, starts to make sense when you think about all the important things that are about to happen. Take a look. Taking into account the huge amounts, XRP is setting itself up to become a major player in the global debt trade market. There is a chance that between 1.8 and 1.3 quadrillion will go through the XRP system. The ISDA is mainly responsible for this. Apart from that, all of the BRICS countries, including Saudi Arabia, are working on adding the XRP platform to their own systems. One more thing that uses the XRP system is the digital currency that the Central Bank of the Republic of Palau is making. It is not a surprise that the value of each XRP currency went through the roof, reaching an all-time high. This is a standard case of high volume, high demand, and limited supply. More and more people are talking about this subject these days. A lot of other people think that might be true.